Hello, and welcome to part 2 of this very special VO Strategist video blog edition. And today I have with me audio engineer and consultant, Gillian Pelkonen. Hello.
Hello, I'm so happy to be back. There's just so much to say. So much.
The video is so nice. We needed to cut it. We needed to splice. Oh, that was terrible. That was
Whoa!
terrible. All right,
Voice
well,
actor and poet.
oh, geez.
Mics are, I was taught when I was in school, like microphones are microscopes. They're just picking up what is around it. And so, I mean, working in a recording studio, we have hundreds of mics and we pick them for different textures, for different things. And so just like an instrument has a different texture, everyone's voice has a different texture. And so that also comes with, EQing and all of those processing things that people do. But if you start with a mic that makes your voice sound great, everything else is easy.
Right, absolutely. And your microphone is only as good as the other gear that you have around it, and the workflow, because it really comes down to workflow. How can you set up a routine for obviously auditioning many times a day, every day, and then obviously for the bookings? So is there any particular bit of gear that really helps you with your workflow?
Yes, I have this Kensington mouse. I will insert a picture of it right here because I don't have it with me. It's in the other room. But it is like, it has a trackball, it has 4 buttons, and it was recommended to me really early on because especially I'm sure for you with auditions or whatever you're sending out, you use your mouse a lot. But for me, when I'm working, I'm just on the mouse 12 hours a day. And I know people get carpal tunnel, wrist fatigue. And so this one has like a rest for my wrist, and it gives your hand a great motion so that you're not hurting the muscles in your hands. So it makes my workflow really fast. I have the buttons all programmed. It is amazing.
Cool.
What about you? What do you have?
I literally just got this a couple of weeks ago. This is oh yeah, that's right. This is the Logitech M650. And the only reason I got this is because the one before it, which is the 300 whatever, I use the roller so much that I wore it out.
Oh my gosh.
Because when I'm on Adobe Audition, I'm constantly zooming in and zooming out to do my editing.
Yeah.
Like zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. And I'm using it because I'm looking at a monitor right now. I'm sitting at my desk. In my booth, I have the same exact monitor literally screwed into the walls of my recording booth, and with a splitter. So what I see on this one, I see in that one. So when I audition or when I record, all I'm doing is bringing the mouse in with me. So I never have to print a script. So I'm also scrolling up and down constantly because I'm scrolling through the scripts. So and the Logitechs are, like, as you know, very highly rated, very durable mouses. And I just killed it after a couple of years. So I literally just got this one a couple of weeks ago. It's got two buttons on the side and it's got one in the middle, but honestly, I don't even use them. So I may have to take a consult with you to figure out if I should use these buttons, and if so, what should I use them for?
Yeah, it depends on your workflow, but I have them programmed to fit mine. So we can talk. We'll talk off mic.
Cool. All right. So if you had one piece of advice that you could give to anybody entering the voiceover industry and trying to navigate the world of, gear, DAWs, workflow, signal, all that stuff, what's one piece of advice that you would give?
I kind of said it in the beginning, but know your signal flow within your own studio. And then I guess if you took that in the beginning and you want another piece, be super discerning about who you listen to, and just, if someone says this is the voiceover mic, this is the best, this whatever thing, like, it doesn't always mean that. You're looking for the best for you, and really you do need to sound great. 50% of, auditions people I work with, you can't not sound good, but your voice is unique, your performance is unique, and there isn't one mic fits all.
Right. My bit of advice as someone who's coming in from the other end as a voice actor who's trying to come in is keep it as simple as you possibly can. So I'll very briefly say what my signal chain is right now. You see my 416 XLR cable. It goes directly into a Mo2 M2 audio interface, and then that goes directly into my desktop computer and I use Adobe Audition Creative Cloud 2023. That's it. That's all.
It's
And
great. And if something's not working, you're like, okay, it's either the mic, it's either the XLR, it's either the interface or the plug into the computer, and you know where everything is connected, where to troubleshoot, and how to, get to your solution. It's great.
Absolutely. Keeping it as simple as possible. And also the other thing is whatever DAW you decide to use, and I'm of the school that Pro Tools is a wonderful, powerful, dynamic bit of software. Most voice actors do not need something that complicated. A lot of people start with Audacity because it's free and it's relatively simple, and then they move to other things like Logic X Pro or Reaper or Oken, or I've been using Adobe Audition since it was Adobe Sound Booth in 2006, back in the day. But literally, take a class. There are lots of engineers. I mean, oh, by the way, what's your specialty? What's your DAW specialty?
I work in Pro Tools, but I do agree that voice actors don't need to be working in Pro Tools. I primarily use it because I am doing a lot of multi-track recording, which is anywhere from 20 tracks to 120 tracks, and I can't manage that anywhere else. Obviously, when I'm working with voice, it's 2 tracks. It's usually music and voice, or if there's a few characters. I still use Pro Tools, but I do feel that I'm not using it to the extent that it could be used. And I mess around with Logic, Audition. Obviously, you're only as good as knowing all the tools in your field, but I've just spent so much time in Pro Tools that I'm quick in it. And so, that's my go-to.
Absolutely. There are YouTube videos out there to learn all the DAWs. There are actually Facebook groups for all the DAWs. So if you have like some really quick, weird question, you can go to one of the Facebook groups and ask it. And usually there's somebody hanging around. And the odds are any problem that you've had with your DAW, everybody's had it and knows how to address it. So I have many more questions for you, but we're out of time. We already did answer a bunch of questions. Very recently, you and I were in a YouTube live Ask Me Anything event, and you can catch the replay on YouTube. But if you enjoyed hanging out with Gillian and myself, and you would like to do it again, please write in the comments or go to vostrategist.com and reach out to me. And also, Gillian, if people want to work with you, how do they reach out to you?
You can find me at my website, jillwiththeg.com. And currently my offerings include an audio assessment where you can send me a piece of your audio if you're not happy with it, or just for whatever reason to get an honest engineer's opinion of, hey, this sounds great. Here are some things I would suggest. Maybe you can tweak it. Anything from EQing it a certain way, maybe grabbing another microphone, maybe changing something in your signal flow, or maybe just, needs a little more gain. Anything that I'm hearing from my end. So that's what I have for now. I also have a blog and a few other things I'm working on, things in the works, but that's currently my offering.
Very cool. So if you are early or actually at any point in your voiceover journey and you need some help with your gear, signal flow, or DAW, I strongly recommend working with Gillian.
Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. Okay, so that wraps up our latest VO Strategist blog. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and go to vostrategist.com, sign up for my blog, my newsletter, and all sorts of other tasty nuggets. So thank you for watching. Stay cool, stay safe, and happy voicing.